Welcome everybody to another episode of Prem de la Creme. It's our fourth episode this World Cup. A lot has happened since the last time we spoke. Some big games have concluded. England finally got to play as well, and we got Mr. Hamza TF here and Max Saeed to break everything down. We gotta obviously talk about today's game as well. Bafana getting their first World Cup point in this campaign. Teboho Mokoena slotting in a penalty. Some talking points in other games as well. France vs Senegal 3-1. Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal not managing to get all 3 points in their opening game against debutants DR Congo. There's so many games to talk about, but we will be unpacking every single one of them. For now, let me introduce my panel. I firstly am Nawaz, the corner flag. It's going to be an exciting episode today. I want to then hand it over to Mr. Max Saeed, my fellow South African.
How's it going, guys? Adrenaline pump is underway. I'm excited to talk about, but I'm excited for this guy down below, Hamza. His team actually played and put in a performance, so I'm eager to hear what he has to say about his team.
That's exactly it. Mr. Hamza TFE, how are we feeling?
It's coming on. Yeah, no, I'm excited, man, because as you mentioned, Mark, my team finally played. My God, fourth episode, and we finally played a game. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about that. The Mbappe performance, the Haaland performance, the Messi performance, the Ronaldo lack thereof performance, the Mbakazi performance, the Mufakeng performance. Oh my God, there's a laundry list of things that we can talk about today, and I'm excited to talk about all of those. Previewing the next games. So yeah, excited for all that, boys.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to unpack, but let's start off in, I believe this game was, let me just double check here. It was France versus Senegal. The game did take place in New York. I was going to say New York, just wanted to confirm that. Big game, one of the biggest games in the group stages altogether. France ended up being 3-1 winners. Kylian Mbappe, like you mentioned, Hamza, he stood up, right? He introduced everybody to himself again, saying, guys, this is my tournament. We all know this already. What did we make about this game, Hamza?
First half, wow, what a best that was. Honestly, terrible performance. But second half, wow, that's why World Cup finalists back to up winners as well. You know, Kiki Mondi. Oh wow, what a performance! Guy that I want to shout out, man, because I didn't talk about Kylian Mbappe and the finishes being great, but Michael Elise in the 10. He needs to stay in the 10 because when he's not in the 10, I don't know what the hell Dembele is doing. And Dembele, how has he been hooked? And you're supposed to be the Ballon d'Or winner. Something Deschamps needs to work that out. I think that's something that's still ultimately they got the win against the hardest team in the group. So that's the big thing for them. And 3 points on the board for France.
Yeah. Yep, my bad. Mr. Mac, let's hand it over to you as well. So Senegal, a lot of people's outside, dark horses, especially from an Africa perspective, and who we thought was going to be an African team to go quite far. What did you make of their performance? I mean, France is a very, very good team.
Yeah, I think Senegal did well. They showed why everyone has hopes and is backing them. They one of Africa's best assets going into this World Cup. So I'm not surprised. They really did well. Like they put France at times on ropes. One player I was dissing out was Nicolas Jackson. Like, he's a frustrating player. Like, his hold-up play and everything against the French defense was brilliant. He allowed, like, literally his hold-up play, taking the center-backs, the full-backs out of the game. But then his finishing, my bro, atrocious. And then the one chance, imagine he gets, lo and behold, the guy is offside. That sums up Nicolas Jackson to a T. I actually want to also refer to Mbappe. I know Hamza talked about Mbappe. Mbappe was good in terms of his finishing, but in terms of his overall play, he was bad. I don't know if you guys agree with me, because the ball was hitting his shin going there, hitting his chest going. It was like kind of an amateur to semi-pro performance in terms of overall play, but finishing-wise, take nothing away. Those are brilliant finishes. It was all around was a good game, a good spectacle for the neutral. But yeah, nothing more to say.
Yeah, I mean, nothing more to say from me either. I think it was a lot more even than the scoreline suggests. Obviously, Mbappe does score that third goal right at the end, 90 plus 6. But I think in terms of even the group stages, they are both in Group I, which would mean that like Norway will go into that game now as well. Norway and Iraq are in their group as well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Norway, Iraq. Okay, Iraq looks like the team that probably won't get a point in this group. Norway also getting their win in what was a 4-1 victory against Iraq. Now, do we think who finishes third between Norway and Senegal? Because when that game happens, that head-to-head, it'll be very interesting.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, to be honest. I don't think it's really a question of who finishes third. It's still like first is still up for grabs, you know. Like Norway played a lot more tentative than I thought they would. But then I forgot, obviously, it's their first World Cup game in 28 years, you know. So of course they're going to be a bit tentative. In my opinion, they can still top the group. Genuinely, they can still top the group. But Senegal were way worse than I thought they were going to be, right? So yeah. I don't think the question is who's going to finish third. I think the question is who's going to finish first. And the next game, Norway and Senegal, I fully expect Norway to win that game. Then it leaves it to the final match day between France and Norway, who's going to top the group. I was impressed by Norway, especially in the second half, how they built into the game and got the job done. Because Iraq, like obviously they're not a top team, but they still cause problems. They still cause problems for them. So for them to react and counteract, I think was very impressive. So the question is not who's going to finish third, it's who's going to finish first.
Oh, good question, yeah. Mr. Mac,
Yeah.
any highlights from the game, and do you agree with Hamza?
Yeah, I agree with Hamza. Iraq put a fight. It was their first game. He said, Norway will be tentative. You would expect the same from Iraq, but fair play to them. They came out, they stuck to their guns, played the game, but ultimately you could see who was the stronger team on the day. And Erling Haaland, bro, he's always going to score. You give him a snuff, he's in there. There's not a better finisher in world football as of now than Erling Haaland. Oh, a man's a robot.
Yeah, I mean, I would really like to know what were the odds on Erling Haaland scoring on his World Cup debut. Like, surely there was like nothing because it was like so. It was like so obvious that he was going to do it, especially against Iraq. I mean, lots of us gave Norway to win. Some of us gave 7-0. I don't know who it was exactly, but you know what? It was a high-scoring game, and Norway didn't disappoint any of us. Iraq also, I think this is their first World Cup in how many years? Because I do believe this isn't their first. But
they played in 70.
I think it's 50 years ago.
Yeah, 40 years ago. I think it was 76, I think, or 78, something like that.
Yeah,
it's been a while. It's been a while.
I got a question, though. I got a question for Hamza. Hamza was mentioning Zidane Iqbal. Do you remember him doing anything in the match?
Did he even come on the pitch, bro? Honestly.
Yeah, he came on. He just actually noticed it.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
But Iraq played a lot better than I thought, man. And the story of the striker, I don't know if you guys know the story of the striker, but his parents one of his parents got killed by Al Qaeda, and then some other mad stuff's happened in his life, and now he's come back and he scored the equalizing goal for Iraq, and it was a really good goal. Yeah. I think it was his like 37th goal for Iraq, but fair play to him, man. Fair play to Iraq, but they just didn't have the quality. They didn't have the quality, and then a couple of silly mistakes. The Haaland second goal, especially, that's just poor all around from the centre back and the goalkeeper. But yeah, honestly, they played better than I thought. But Norway, I think they impressed me more than if they just won like 8-0. They impressed me way more.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. And then that will conclude Group I. Let's talk about Group J, but let's talk about the better game. So let's talk about Austria versus Jordan. I'll start over with Mac. What did you make of the game, Mac?
Austria completely ran that game, but we saw a brilliant 2 goals. I'm not sure if you guys saw those 2 goals. 1 goal from Austria and the first, and the second goal from the first goal from Jordan. 2 absolute bangers. I thought Jordan didn't offer anything but they did well to stay in the game up until like I would say the 85th minute. They were literally banging on the door. I think after that, then they were like heads down. We're not going to win this. Austria were too good. It's again a similar thing with regards to Norway and Iraq, where on the day you know who's the better team. Ralph Ragnick literally he got a team which I was actually surprised by. I didn't expect that type of performance, but I think they need to do much better in the next game.
I think they could cause Argentina problems. Honestly, I think they could cause them more problems than Algeria did. Honestly, based on that performance.
If they play like that, though, I don't think so.
No, but I don't know because they were good in the last Euros. They were decent in the last Euros. I do think that they can cause Argentina problems. I don't know if they'll beat them, but they can definitely cause problems.
They were literally playing like Czechia in terms of going for set pieces. You play against Jordan, you would expect a more freer game, more freedom of the players, like enjoying themselves on the pitch. But you're playing Jordan and hoping for set pieces. It's not a good look.
Yeah.
And
but you can say the same.
Ralph
You can say the same thing about these boys. Yeah. Just touch your heart, bro. You can talk about these boys playing against a team that were like a League One team, yeah, and then not creating anything, bro. Yeah. We were there, guys. We were fucking there, guys.
Football. Yeah, no, but Austria is more established than us on the forefront. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't agree with that, but yeah, I think you guys pretty much.
Austria.
Yeah, man, you guys are pretty much the same level. Come on, have they won an AFCON? No. Have they played in the Gold Cup? No. Come on, let's be serious here.
Fair play, because Hamza's not completely wrong there. The last time South Africa played in a World Cup was 16 years ago. The last time Austria played in a World Cup was 28 years ago. So we were actually more recent in a World Cup than Austria. But yeah, I tell you what,
it was that long,
You know what even makes it worse?
Yeah.
They were 28 years ago. And take away the South Africa World Cup hosting. We were in the World Cup in 2002. So that's even still before.
Still before them. Yeah, put some respect on our name, man. But Austria obviously getting 3 points there. Another team in the group got 3 points. Argentina versus Algeria. And I've never seen the internet explode as much as they did like after Lionel Messi hat-trick. Against
it's Lionel Messi. It's Lionel Messi. But before Mark goes on his little soliloquy about Lionel Messi, and it was beautiful to watch. I'm sorry, boys and girls, but he should not have been on the pitch. This guy gets away with absolute murder constantly. That's a red card. You can't stamp on somebody's Achilles. I don't care if it's non-intentional, intentional, or what. Like that is a red card every day of the week. Do I mind? Do I mind that he didn't get red carded? No. Because we got an elite Lionel Messi performance when I thought we were never going to see one again. So I'm happy with that. But that's a red card. Every day of the week, that's a red card. But obviously, FIFA's little princess, they were never going to get rid of him. That's why he moved to America. But anyway, Mac, you can talk about how great Lionel Messi was now.
I agree with though. But let's debate it, because I personally don't think it was a red card.
It is, no.
Because
it's just high.
It's off, bro.
It was high.
What are the rules? The rules are like serious intent. I don't think there was any intent. Was there significant force? There wasn't significant force. So like the rules.
Yeah, I think it was the height.
He's a dirty motherfucker, bro. He's a dirty motherfucker. Don't forget that.
Usually, but that's separate. That's a separate story.
Yeah, but that's like, bro. So you say intent, like his whole demeanor. If Joey Barton does that, or if N'Golo Kante does that, it's two different things. Joey Barton, you're like, oh yeah, he probably meant it because of his reputation. N'Golo Kante, cute little boy, he probably didn't mean it, right? Messi for me is the same as Joey Barton, bro. Genuinely, Messi is the same.
He's not that. I don't think he's that.
That's mad.
Nah, bro. He has a reputation for being a
that's a red. For me, that's a red every day. I don't mind.
He was the
shamelessness of Messi fans to not call that out is ridiculous, bro. Because that was red. Every day of the week, that's red.
It's debatable. I'm a Ronaldo fan.
It's not, bro.
Because you're never talking about height, but he never ever raises his leg, and even height, like he's literally stepping down. He's stepping down,
bro. You're like 5'7". For him, that's like he was putting his foot in the air, bro. He's not like LeBron James, mate. Like that was a stamp. That was a stamp.
What I'm saying is, by the letter of the law, that isn't a straight, like an obvious red card. But
you sound like Howard Webb on Ref Watch, bro. That's what you sound like. By the letter of the law, man, that's a red.
Howard Webb. Get him on there.
No, but generally, bro,
it's not red because there was no serious intent to play the ball.
Because in all honesty, right, before he even does that movement, there's a small I think his right knee obviously gets tangled up with the Algerian's player also. So he's like already off balance. Do I think maybe he aimed? I don't know. I can't say that, right? Did he aim? Whatever. But I just don't think it is an obvious red. What I will say is they should have at least taken it to the monitor, which they didn't do. And that shows
Bro, he
the
wasn't even given a
favoritism.
yellow. It's like, come on, man. It wasn't even a
should have
yellow.
at least taken it
How's
to the
that not
monitor.
yellow, man? But I guess like people miss fouls. But anyway, Messi's performance. Oh my god.
Yeah, now
He
Mac
turned
can
back-
go on. Man.
He turned back the clock there. By the way, I'm from
Imagine.
England, Zaid. But yeah, go.
Imagine a
That's what I'm gonna talk about.
38-year-old Messi, soon to be 39, is still ruining agendas in football. And I will
Genuinely.
happily say that. I'll smile all the way and say that. All these Ronaldo fanboys. Hey, I'm actually gutted Uzi's not on this podcast. I wanted to see his reaction.
He definitely has the
when we
laptop,
had
by the way. He absolutely has a laptop.
I wanted
How
to see
good
his
is
reaction
Ryan?
about that, bro.
Is Mohammed Azhar here? Oh, Muzi, go see if he's live with Aurora there.
Bro, because Messi, he put on a display for us. It was another sensational game. But even Hamza touched on it before, like without even Messi's performance, Argentina all round were on it. Like it was an exciting match to watch. Algeria, on the other hand, were disappointing because I touched on Vladimir Petkovic and how he's gonna literally influence this game. But it was the total opposite. Like, I really thought he would do much more. Yeah, you know what actually changed for Algeria? When Messi came off, and then we saw Mahrez came on. Mahrez actually instilled some light into them. But unfortunately, he couldn't get a goal. But yeah, it was the Messi performance. It was the Argentina show, the Messi show. No one can take that away from him. I think that first goal he scored, like where he just runs in between the lines, you know. It makes it look so effortless. I know we're gonna be praising. Well, I'll be praising him a lot, but bro, he looks so effortless. Like on the eye, it's magical. Goes through Rodrigo the Paul out of all the players, bro. He has
What a
the
pass.
splitting pass.
What a
Rodrigo the Paul, bro.
But it's because
And
it's
then-
just Messi. That's right.
Definitely, I don't think that pass was going to anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that finish, bro. I felt Zidane should have done better on the keeping
Absolutely.
situation.
Oh my god, two
But
of them. The first and second goal he should
The
have
first
stopped.
and second, yeah.
It's crazy, mate. Crazy. But
But
as you
we
said,
take it.
they were built around. The great thing about for Messi is the whole team is built around him, right? In the sense of like, as I said on the other live, out of possession. Oh my god, Argentina! It was like a wet dream watching them. Like out of possession, but even in possession, bro, like the progressive passing, the way they were controlling the ball, the way they were moving side by side, but the progressive passing from Guti Romero, Enzo Fernandez, and Rodrigo de Paul. Oh my god, I was like, they cannot compete, guys. They cannot compete. So of course Messi was going to get all the chances because the team is literally built around him. And out of possession, Messi literally just walks around, does nothing, bro. You want to compare Ronaldo and Messi? That's the difference, bro. Ronaldo is like he's getting involved in those interplay and whatever. That's not his game, right? But Messi
Ronaldo's
is.
actually pressing also.
I thought Argentina were going to fall off. Low-key, Argentina. I don't know if they can stay at this level because I don't see much depth within their squad. But my word, the performance against Algeria. Yes, Algeria went great, but they made them look terrible. And yeah, I think Romero and Enzo Fernandez for me were the man of the matches. Obviously, Messi got his goals and whatever. But like in terms of, I want to really highlight the play because Argentina was not just like a hat trick for Messi and that's it. Argentina were way more than that. Way more than that. Even Lisandro Martinez, bro, he looks quality as well in defense.
Yeah, every single player on that field was good. Even shout out to my guy Nawaz naming Medina. Do you remember when we asked who's there for Argentina? Medina on the left hand side was quite decent. He was solid. He did his job. So yeah, shout out to that guy.
Medina. Yeah, it was a banger. But you know, even with Lionel Messi, right? If I want to get back to him also because, like, obviously the first goal was good, right? Second goal, amazing as well. But is it just me, right? Even that tap in looked like so aesthetically pleasing. How he makes the goalkeeper go to the complete opposite side and he scores it with his weak foot. Only Lionel Messi can make you actually scream for a tap in. It was good. It was good stuff overall for Argentina. I think.
And that third goal, even. The third goal was a proper Lionel Messi Barcelona finish. How many times in the past have we seen Jordi Alba cut that one back and this guy just takes a touch, finesses it into that bottom corner.
I don't
That's
know how
a
he does it.
proper Messi, but it's
That was a proper goal.
just class, bro. That separates you from a good player, a great player, and the world's best.
A little Messi. Proper.
Yes, sir.
Now what a guy.
Well,
what a
okay,
guy. And-
here's a question for you two. I genuinely have this is a genuine question for you, right? Lionel Messi, that performance, unreal. Where does he rank in footballers in the world right now?
Sure.
in the world right now.
Let me rephrase that. Yeah, for the clip or whatever, right? Nawaz, Mac, is Lionel Messi a top 10 football player in the world right now?
Yes. If he plays in the Premier League, he still puts a shift. And I know everyone's going to say, yeah, he's small, timid. But bro, it's Lionel Messi. You give him the ball, he does wonders. And no one can argue with that.
So tell me,
Yeah.
tell me who's above him. Tell me the only 9 players that are above him. Then.
Wait, let me just give an answer also.
Yeah, no
Yeah, I
problem.
definitely do
I
believe-
want an answer. Plus, I want the players that you think are above him or what position he is, right? Just for context.
Sure. Yeah, no, I definitely think he's still a top 10 player in world football, in my opinion. Mac touched on if he's a Premier League player, I think he can definitely ride the challenges in the Prem. He's proven it so many times in the Champions League already. So, yeah. Okay, let me think now. So, obviously, I think the players that's currently above him, Ousmane Dembele, we'll say. Lamine Yamal, we'll say.
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Michael Olise.
Yeah.
Michael Olise.
Mbappe.
I think we put Messi in.
Mbappe.
Okay, Mbappe. I think we put Messi in at 7.
Kvaratskhelia.
No.
Even
Due-
Saliba,
They're
bro.
good. Yeah, they are, but
Declan
like...
Rice, Jude Bellingham. There we go. Like
No.
I don't think Declan Rice.
No, but even I would
Hey,
take
Jude
Messi
Bellingham.
over. I know we're taking Doué, okay, but I'm taking
John
Messi
Neves.
over Doué.
Vitinha. Like, what are we talking about here? Even Alvarez, even better than Alvarez.
I'm so-
Haaland.
There's a reason I chose this guy as my first pick in the draft. Remember that? There's a
I think
reason.
Messi chose to play in the MLS. He's not forced to play in the MLS. Let's just say that. I think
Facts.
Messi wanted to. He can still do a good job in Europe. And the fact that he's not playing in Europe, and that's why probably other players like João Neves and Vitinha and them are above him. But
Yeah.
it's like you can see it when it's a level playing field, which is now the World Cup. Let's see who does end up having a better campaign. Because then Messi chose to be in MLS. He wasn't forced to play there.
Nah,
In
man.
Ronaldo's words,
Algeria's basically Nashville FC, bro. And he's been playing Nashville FC for the last 2 years, man. I think people need to relax. The reason I asked you is because I wanted to prove to people that people need to relax on Messi, bro. Enjoy him. But 2 of those goals shouldn't have stood and he should be red carded. What's going on?
Bro,
there?
you
Like,
mentioned Saliba and Declan Rice. And
Bro,
Yes,
they're
I
better.
do.
David Raya is fucking better than him. David Raya is
What,
better than
Messi?
Messi now, bro. Yeah, man.
oh my God.
don't shit on the goat.
How's this guy? Yeah, man.
No,
Imagine,
bro. Even
you
Isak's
score now 3 goals.
Isak's better than him, bro.
You
Until
score now
Messi
3 goals
retires,
against
he'll
Austria
still be a
and
top 15 player. Until he retires, he'll be a top 15 player.
Is he better than
He'll be
Bruno
15.
Fernandes? Is Lionel Messi better than Bruno Fernandes now?
Yeah. What did Bruno do in the World Cup?
Oh
Man couldn't even supply
God.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, wow.
He's
Against
supposed to be
David
the best
Just-
assist of all time.
Against David
Toma,
just DR
Toma.
Congo, by the way.
Supposed to be the best assist of all time. I can't even
Give
supply
him time,
Ronaldo.
lads. Give him time.
Ronaldo literally looking on the field like, and Bruno is like,
Oh my God. I hate this. Honestly, I hate this. The hate that Ronaldo's getting, I hate it, bro. I can't stand it.
I don't think he deserves the hate, but it's because
You
of
giving
Bruno
him
he's
hate.
getting the
You
hate.
literally just gave him hate. You just gave him hate.
I know I did, but I said he doesn't deserve it. But I'll still give him the hate. Of course I'm going to.
Anyway. I'm here to talk about one thing, bro. Can we move on from our team so I can finally talk about my team? I'm finally talking about Tom
Okay,
Tuchel's
let's talk about
Magic
Portugal.
Army.
Congo first. They did play before you. So let's talk about Portugal versus Congo. So from one goat to another. Lots of pressure heading into this game. Mbappe scores. His rival Haaland matches. Now Messi scores a hat-trick. His rival Ronaldo doesn't necessarily match, right? But overall, you can't blame Ronaldo because I think it's an easy media scapegoat tactic to go to Ronaldo. Portugal as a team didn't play well, and they disappointed a lot of the viewers. So let's unpack that game. We'll start off then with Hamza, because Mac might be
the back five with DR Congo, bro. Like Portugal couldn't penetrate that. They were playing way too flat. Nuno Mendes is not the Nuno Mendes of last year. That confirmed it for me. Mateus Nunes needs to play. That confirmed that for me. João Cancelo needs to get out of that team. But they got away with a draw. Obviously, my boy Johan Vissa. Shout out Johan. Shout out Newcastle Central Mosque. Shout out him. He got his goal. Lovely celebration as well. Obviously, that's probably going to be the celebration of the tournament. That kind of called that. Africans, man, they just know how to do it. But yeah, Portugal, honestly, not a great performance, but they'll be back. They'll be back. But one thing I want to say, people, you just said, obviously, Mbappe did it, then Haaland did it, Messi did it, then Ronaldo didn't do it. Let's not forget, Ronaldo literally got a hat-trick in 2018. Yeah, Messi had a hat-trick up until literally yesterday. So if he has 8 years to respond, so does Ronaldo. So give him his time. Give him his time.
Messi has a World Cup and Ronaldo doesn't.
And I don't think Ronaldo is particularly
Messi has a World Cup, Ronaldo doesn't have a World Cup.
He just needs to score, bro.
Bruno Fernandes.
He just needs to score.
Messi has a World Cup, Ronaldo doesn't.
Yeah, he's got 8 years. He got 8 years to respond, just like the hat trick, bro. So he's got this World Cup and the next one. Chillin'.
Yeah. Oh, when he's like this, okay.
Yeah, it'll be better than João Felix, bro. I promise you that.
I think they actually need to bring João Felix in the game, bro. His link-up play with Ronaldo is much better than Bruno and him. Bruno looked like he was scared. Like it wasn't that player who wants to get his assist record. You know what I mean? I think he was Ronaldo's failure in this match. Like you're supposed to come in with the reputation of supplying these balls for your main attacker, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo up front. Bro, man had nothing to deal with. Like the lack of service was putrid. It was bad. Like even Congo in transition, they looked even more frightening with pace than Portugal. What did Portugal have? If you have to look at them, like what did Portugal have to offer going forward? They bought Conte on, but what impact did he make?
He did change the game, in my opinion.
Bro, it's like watching England from 3 years ago, man. Or like England my whole life. It's just like take it to the wings, cross it, and then it gets headed away by the defender. There was no imagination. This comes down to, like the South Africa game, comes down to the manager. Roberto Martinez got it wrong yet again. And who'd have thought it? A shit manager has a shit performance. Shock, bro. This is down to Roberto Martinez. And even his substitutions were silly as well, man. Yeah.
Was Roberto Martinez's downfall due to starting Ronaldo?
Roberto Martinez's downfall is like him being the coach, bro. That's Portugal's downfall. Why the hell have they got him as the coach? He's a schmuck, man. He's a schmuck.
Well,
honestly.
In all fairness, he's leaving after this World Cup, so yeah.
Fair.
He's made it known. Yeah. Even that centre back pairing, where is who does Portugal have to play in the back, bro?
Renato Vega playing centre back. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, they're screwed."
I was surprised when I saw that also.
He can't be a starting centre back. Oh my god, bro! Honestly,
yeah.
Ruben Diaz.
I get Ruben Diaz is injured. Yeah, but then where's what's the guy from Sporting?
Ignacio.
Yeah, Ignacio.
Yeah.
Where's Antonio Silva from Benfica?
Yeah.
Who else is there for Portugal?
Thomas Arojo.
He was there. He played. Renato Vega.
Oh, you mean where was he? Like, why didn't he play?
Yeah, I'm asking like who?
It was Ruben Diaz.
Playing with those two?
Where's Premier League winning Ruben Diaz, bro?
He's
another washed player now. Injured.
Where's Matthias Nunes?
Injured his whole life.
One of the best
he should have played. Cancelo, man. Oh my god, he was selling that game hard. João Cancelo sold it hard. But against Uzbekistan, they'll be back, man. They'll be back. Trust me. Oh, who are they playing next? I don't even know who they're playing.
Uzbeks. Yeah, playing Uzbek.
They're playing Uzbekistan.
They is back. Yes.
Because somebody in the chat said prediction for Uzbekistan versus Congo. So I got confused. But I will go for 2-0 Congo with a Yohan Wissa double. Bakambu, oh my god. This guy is so good at creating chances. And then his final thing, oh my god. He's cheeks, man. Cheeks. He did this unreal run in the first half and then just banged it over the bar. I was like, you're so you. You should have passed the ball there. But obviously, I know what you're like. Yeah, you're going to run through the whole team and then try and score. But anyway.
Anyway, let's talk about one of the best games so far this World Cup, if not the best, right? Up for debate. England 4, Croatia 2. Let's start off with the man that breathes the England air. That was a TFE. What are we saying?
Thomas Tuchel, my message to you. 2020, I was down. I was out. Frank Lampard, oh my God, we were 9th in the Premier League, nowhere in the Champions League. He comes in, he changes my world. We will build a team that no one wants to play against. It happened, guys. Fucking it happened, guys, and we won the Champions League. Now, this time, no Palmer, no Foden, no Maguire, no Trent, no Wharton, no Lewis Hall. Brackets, Loki, I think that's going to come and bite us a bit. But the way that we performed yesterday was the best performance I've seen an England team play in my whole life. And I thought that when I was watching the game, and I look back at all games that we played, and I think, this is not England, bro. Even when we failed, we win, you know? Even when we fail, we win. And the way they came out in that second half, oh my God. Brother, the connections, the little triangles into the crosses, the Bellingham finish, the Kane header, the Declan Rice corner, the Kane penalty, the Saka move, the Rashford spin. Oh, brother, this guy. Oh, we're going to win it. Honestly, I watched that game and I was thinking, I can't help but think, I don't care about the Ghana game. I don't care about the Panama game. Bring on the knockouts. Because if we can do that to Croatia, who were very clinical when they had their opportunity, on my life, bro, on my life, we're gonna win the World Cup. That's all I can think. I couldn't help but think that. The way I was like, who's stopping this? Genuinely, who is stopping this? But let me take a touch. Let me calm down, right? Because maybe it's happened in the past. But if we play like this, first of all, I don't think people will mind if we go out. Because the thing with Southgate is we got results, but like when we went 3-2 up, he would have just shut up shop. Gareth Southgate would have just, that's it. Khalas, bro. We're done. 3-2. That's how we're going to try and win it. And then maybe concede to make it 3-3. He went for the joker. He took off his players and he put Reece James in midfield. I thought that was a massive move. But I think a big thing is Madueke and Gordon. Madueke and Gordon, I think, are just going to run the fullbacks ragged and then bring on Rashford and Saka. Mate, that's so cash money. That's a cash money tactic, bro. It worked yesterday, and I believe it's going to work against a lot of other teams. It's just the matchups against maybe a France, maybe a Spain, where I see that could be a problem. But if we avoid them for a little bit, oh my God, Thomas Tuchel, you've rocked my world. Thank you.
Yes, I'm going to talk, bro. I'm going to talk.
Yeah, Mac, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to touch on what Hamza said. That second half performance, purely based. Thomas Tuchel is a manager with brains. We've talked about this before. Like, the tactical switch of Bellingham, like literally just dropping into those half spaces, showed how it literally opened up the game. Like, people before are comparing the Pedri-Bellingham debate, okay? It was going to be another debate for this World Cup. Huh? It was Bellingham in those half spaces was causing problems. And then Thomas Tuchel decided, yeah, we're winning. It's going well. Time to bring on the big guns, the pace merchants. Got them on, bro. Straight away. What they literally just came on. Bro, the link up, Saka gets the ball to Rashford. Rashford slots it away. How is this guy, Rashford, still 30 million, bro? Bring him to Arsenal. I don't care they think he's washed. Bring him to Arsenal.
Bro.
I still want him on the left wing. He can always deliver in a big moments. Bro. I think he's one of those players who can always deliver. He's someone that is looked so down upon. Even though he moved to Barcelona, they were like, yeah, that's what. I think Rashford is still very underrated. There is a player there.
Max, should I tell you a little fact?
Yeah.
About Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, there's only 3 players that have more World Cup goals for England than Marcus Rashford. Jeff Hurst, who obviously scored a hat-trick and won England the World Cup. Gary Lineker, who's top scorer and has scored 10 goals in the World Cup. And his teammate Harry Kane. Those 3 are the only players that have more goals than Marcus Rashford. A black male in the UK. You know how proud that makes me? As an ethnic minority myself in England, bro. How proud that makes me. For him to be on that list. Wow. That guy always delivers in World Cups. Always delivers. But let's take a touch. That performance was absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. 7 games to go. Let's try and win them all. Let's win the World Cup. And let's bring football home. Back where it belongs.
No, but this game, this game actually showed like England have what it takes to go and win the World Cup. I know in previous World Cups, like they were getting over the line doing it, but the type of performance they put in, even when they conceded, they didn't drop. The intensity still was on a high. And Croatia, I'm not gonna lie, they matched it for a bit. But England were just so good. It comes down to, again, with good teams and great teams. Thomas Tuchel is taking that good team into a great team, even though he doesn't have those type of names on the field. But he's showing and cementing what a manager he is. And, I'm not the guy to praise anyone in a hurry, but I saw a different England out there. But I have a question, though, for you, okay? When Harry Kane missed that penalty, were you thinking like, oh, no, here we go again?
Honestly, I was watching with my boy, and I said to him, I looked at him and I was just like, is this happening again? Like, seriously, you score 1 billion goals in club football and then that happens again, right? And then when he got the penalty again, my boy he goes, Hamza, the rust has come off. The rust has come off. He's going to score this. And what penalty it was. Looking at that second one, like everything about that penalty was class. But yes, I did fear the worst when that happened. And I feared the worst when we went into halftime 2-2. But the way we came out, honestly, I said to you on this live the other day, I said, obviously, I want us to win the game, but the performance is more important because the first game for England in the last couple of tournaments has been terrible. I know we beat Iran 6-0, but then we drew against USA, terrible performance. Last time we beat Serbia by 1-0. In 2021, we drew to Croatia. We always English people are so pessimistic. I needed us to start well. Like personally, just for myself. I even went to my nanny's house and my nanny goes, "Oh yeah, they're not gonna win. England are rubbish, right? Because obviously England have been rubbish, bro." Right? And I said, "How are you saying that before a ball's been kicked? Just let it happen. Let it happen." She goes, "Hamza, you're right." Yeah. And then the performance, wow, that performance, that performance is one of these, bro. Makes me feel like Ronaldo against Atletico Madrid. Genuine. The performance was incredible. And for me, based off that performance, I would say, and I'm going to do a power ranking. On my power ranking, I'll put them into position number 2. That's firmly put them in position number 2 for this World Cup in terms of the favourites. And that performance was just unbelievable.
Do you know it just shows like how much squad depth like improves a team. Imagine you can just bring these 2 games. You already have 2 starters, which are not the best to start, you know what I'm saying? But then you have 2 firepowers to bring on. And Thomas Tuchel has that at his disposal. Whereas if you look at Croatia, they're already a washed team. They did everything they could do. But who did they have to bring off the bench? But then this guy literally had 2 bench killers. He brings Saka and Rashford on. Yeah.
I love that also. Do you think by starting Nani Madueke and Anthony Gordon, it's him basically trying to preserve Saka and Rashford for later in the tournament?
No, I think it's just pace. I think it's just pace, man, because the way it is drop Kane deep and have runners in behind, right? And that pitch was huge, by the way. The Dallas pitch, I think, was one of the biggest in the World Cup. That pitch was huge. All you do is just kick it in behind and then win yards. Gordon can either pick it up at left wing or it can go out at very high up the pitch. Same for Madueke, right? The end product, I mean, Gordon's end product is way better than Madueke's, right? But they're good at just like, if you look at Madueke as a G&A guy, you're going to always be disappointed. But if you look at Madueke as somebody who can run the line and push the team forward by carrying the ball in that final third or running in behind, then you're a bit more happy. And I think having that, he brings something different to Saka because he has way more pace than Saka. And we can play in different ways. You know, we can play different ways. Yeah. And against tight defenses, bro, Saka and Rashford coming off the bench, I think is like, oh my God, it's absolutely disgusting. But this is why you have an elite manager who can get the best out of the players that he has. Yes, Madueke is not probably not even a top 10 winger at this World Cup, not even maybe a top 15. Same with Anthony Gordon, right? But we're using their strengths and forgetting about their weaknesses. Forget that they can't get goals and assists. If you think like that, you're always going to be disappointed. That's what people are saying. You took Palmer over Madueke. It's like, that's such a false narrative because Palmer would not do the things that Madueke would do. Madueke would not do the things that Palmer would do. You should be comparing Palmer and Morgan Rogers or Palmer and Eze. That's more the combination, or Palmer and Bellingham. That's more the one that you're thinking of. But Madueke, he's just there as the ultimate pace guy. And Jed Spence, by the way, first Muslim to play for England. Bro, the pace after 70th minute is just, oh my God. Genuinely, I'm so excited to see how this team performs. And the fact we have Thomas Tuchel, even if we can win in so many different ways, I just don't see a world in which we don't go very deep in this tournament. I can't see unless we have an off day in the knockouts. I hope we have an off day against Ghana or Panama. I'll be happy with that, right? Have the off day in the group stage. You can't have it in the knockouts.
Yeah.
What did you also think of Declan Rice's performance? Like a number of England fans were like slagging him off.
To follow up on that, right? Because remember, Hamza was one of many people, including myself, who probably hated Arsenal's style of play, especially Declan Rice. And now it must be so conflicting to celebrate a Declan Rice corner to make you go.
Mate,
2-1 up at the
mate,
time.
when Rice was over that corner kick, I was so happy. I was like, "Go on, Declan, stick it in." And his balls into the box were unreal, mate. Like actually, that second one, my boy literally said he was joking. He was like, I've had a notification in my mind that the ball's gone in, right? And we were like, what? What's going on? Bangs it in. And you see Harry Kane coming in like a wrecking ball, bangs it in. I was like, oh my God. We're actually going to win the whole thing. But Rice's performance was all right. The only thing I would say is with the team who has possession, I don't know how much that double pivot's going to really like. I don't know how our game plan is going to change, but I think that double pivot, I don't know if it could live with like a Spain midfield. But then again, you could have Bellingham drop into that, make it a 3, and then you have Pace and Saka in Madueke and Gordon to just stretch it when we get the ball back. Yeah. You know what I mean? And as long as they can carry it or like hold the ball up at the in the wings, that's pretty much okay. But I wasn't too mad about Declan Rice. His performance wasn't unbelievable. Anderson was better, but I think he was just tired. That's why he came off, which was surprising. But he was just tired, so I'm not gonna like beat him up too much.
Bro's played like 65 matches this year. Imagine.
Yeah,
yeah.
They got preserved.
But Hamza, does it concern you a bit that having £300 million midfielders essentially in that midfield, but your striker still need to drop in so often, or do you think just this game only?
That's who we are, mate. That's what Harry Kane's gonna do. He's been doing that all year for Bayern Munich.
That's his game, yeah.
Right? Dropping very deep. Like that's what it is. He lost the ball basically outside of the edge of our box and then won it back. To me, that blew my mind. For a second, I was like, my like English dad brain went, yeah, man, what's he doing on the edge of the box? Get up. We need the striker to hold the ball up. That's what I was thinking in my head. That's all I can think about. But I was thinking, oh, actually, you know what? This is how he plays. This is who we are, mate. So I don't mind it too much because that's just who he is. He's got better vision. He's got better passing than everyone on the team. He's got better finishing. Harry Kane's just the best player. So obviously he's going to be everywhere. But Tuchel's built the team around him. Yeah. I trust in Tuchel. He won me a Champions League. And he basically won us a Premier League until the UK government decided to step in and block that. So, yeah. In Thomas Tuchel, we trust.
Okay, cool.
I think he's one of the players. He's one of the players that actually has a free role. Like Tuchel literally gives him the onus to do whatever he wants. So I think that's going to play a major role in this tournament.
But he even blocked Gvardiol's shot on the line towards the end of the game. You know what I mean? Like this guy is Harry Kane. He got his 2 goals, man. He got his 2 goals. He's second in the goal scoring charts. He kept up with all the boys, Mbappe, Haaland, against the hardest team as well. But what I want to say also on Croatia, the goalkeeper, fantastic. Novakovic, unreal. And the 2 goals that they scored were beautiful as well.
Bangers.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't know how much Jordan Pickford's going to be pissing about like he did. Like there was a couple of times where the ball went way over and he like did a jokey save. Like he pretended to go for it. So I don't know how much Thomas Tuchel's going to like that one, but keep your eye out on that.
Okay, that being said, we're going to move on then to Group L, Ghana versus Panama. The last game of Group L. Ghana obviously looked like they were absorbing a lot of pressure. I think if I just go to the stats real quick, just to back that statement, 63% possession compared to, Panama had 63% possession, Ghana only 37%. Panama also had more shots and shots on target, but it was a 95th minute winner that ended up becoming the deciding factor in that game, making Ghana get 3 points in Group L. What do you make about that?
It's boring game.
African magic is real. African magic is real. And I'm not saying for Ghana winning the game. I literally mean it. Where in the 90th minute of the game, the camera goes to this guy and he's rolling something up in like a foil and black. Bro, Mutsi is real. Literally rolling something up and boom. Lo and behold, Ghana go and score straight after that. So African magic is real, boys. African magic is real.
Read your Idol Kursi and 3 goals if you haven't already.
That was mad. To see that on TV, imagine the camera straight on that guy rolling whatever up, and straight after that they go and score. Oh, that's mad to me.
But yeah, it puts them in a solid position because Panama, they obviously won the World Cup in 2018 as well, so England fans will know all about Panama. I think they won Panama
6-1.
What was that game? 6-1. So I don't think
Yeah.
England will obviously look at Panama as like a tough game, and Ghana, I think they should steamroll as well. So, I mean,
Yeah, that
where do you
Thomas
think
dude,
Ghana might end up?
that Thomas dude who came off the bench was like gave them impetus for the last 20 minutes. I did watch the last 20 minutes of that game, and then the goal was the goal. But they needed to win that game. That game was like, if Ghana are gonna have any chance, or if either team's gonna have any chance, they had to win that game. So I'm glad there was a winner because it adds to a bit of narrative. But yeah, I have Ghana losing the next game and Panama drawing the next game. So it could actually Loki be all to play for in the last game to see who's going to go through. Croatia, Loki might not even make it to the next round.
Yeah. Fair play to Asante though, the guy that gave the assist. He didn't do a madness. He just used his brain, played the ball across, and they gotta go. And that's something with African team you don't see in Ari. So big up to the guy.
Next time was Uzbekistan versus Colombia in Group K. Colombia, okay, with 3-1 winners.
Colombia were all over them guys. They finished them. They erupted them. But I want to give a special shout out. I don't know if you remember, to Shamunidov. I said this guy's name. I gave him a shout out. I said he's quite decent. And they actually scored from a ball he kept in. I don't know how he kept it in. He kept it in. Ball came over the top. Back pass, goal. So at least I know some ball, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you did say of, Nov, Dov, so I don't know if that was one of the ofs that you said, but I'll let you out.
It was.
Nah, but the thing I like about Colombia, man, apart from Luis Diaz, is that last goal. The last goal, Hernandez, the way he kept the ball after being fouled and the ball he put in, oh my God, that was different gravy. For me, that's like, obviously it's not going to be a goal of the tournament, but for me, I'm like, that is like... That's won my heart.
Top.
That's won my heart. Colombia could top that group, you know. There's a world where Colombia top the group. So.
Even that run from Munoz to literally make it that diagonal run into the box and to finish it like that, that's a hard finish. That first goal, outrageous finish from him.
But he's got that unlock, low-key. Daniel Munoz actually has that finish unlock.
Even at Palace, he does that a lot. But that finish, though, outrageous.
I'm glad to see players played in that proper style and position. But Aisha, they play 3 games. Every team plays 3 games, and then if they go to the next round, then they play however many games until they get knocked out. So South Africa get another game. And talking of South Africa, segue.
Yeah, good. South Africa obviously walked away earlier this evening with a point in Group A. South Africa actually took the game to Czech Republic, which is what a lot of the fans were asking for as well. Some of the key stats to highlight here. Shots, Czech Republic 12, South Africa 17. Shots on target, Czech Republic 3, South Africa 5. Possession, Czech Republic 39, South Africa 61. South Africa definitely had moments at the last couple of minutes, probably around the last 10 or so, to win the game. Obviously, couldn't put away their chances. But Mac, what did you make about this? Was it the response you were hoping for after the abysmal start against Mexico?
I wouldn't say it was the exact response I was looking for, because the perfect response would have been getting the W, getting the win over the line. But I'm not going to slag them off too much. It's a game where they showed some heart, they showed desire. They showed they're a team that can play football, but the end product in the final third was lacking massively. We lacked the creativity, the finishing. We saw when Makopa came on, it added a new dimension to the game. Reynolds, he did quite well.
I was telling you, Makopa will make a difference, bro.
He did. But I feel Bruce should have been much more braver. Put on another attacker. We're going for the win here. I know you want to be conservative, get the draw over the line, but you'd rather get the win against Czechia, because no better chance to get it. Like you even said out the stats. If you're a stats merchant, bro, you would think South Africa won that game easily. But as you can see, it was a draw in the end. Czechia didn't do anything apart from the first 10 minutes. And then South Africa just took the game. And then, 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, even Hamza watched the game, and I think he did highlight on one of the other important things for me was the fact that South Africa do struggle to get the ball in good goal scoring positions. So in terms of defense, I also, I mean, might be a hot take here, but I don't think we've been like terrible defensively. Like the goals that we conceded against Mexico, self-inflicted. Even today's goal, I think we were more asleep than Czech Republic really showing any sort of like class.
Very
so
disjointed.
in terms of the defense is all right. Goalkeeper, we have one of the best in Africa. And then midfield also can definitely run the yards. But then when it comes to actually, reputation-wise, that's right. But when it comes to getting into those goal-scoring opportunities, Osman Apollos has shown today that he can make a difference. Relem Ofokeng, when he came on, shows that he can make a difference. Those are the two players that we've been asking for that should be starting. Against South Korea, if they don't start, it's going to be a slow start in that game again. And hopefully we don't cause it again to put us 1-0 down and us chasing the game. Because if we can actually start that game quite well, don't be surprised if South Africa actually.
Wait, no, I changed my mind. I think I want to shit on someone now.
Oh, shit, yep.
Purely on the basis you said reputation-wise for Ronwin. Bro, you was poor again today. You are shit.
Oh my God.
This guy, like the first goal, I know we were disorganizing that, but how slow was he to react to come out? And even when he came out, it's like I was watching, you know when a fairy goes. No, but look, you know how a fairy tells us, he was literally on like this. It's like I was watching Van Dijk put his bum out or something, man. Bro, a keeper needs to make themselves big. They need to make themselves as big as possible. Be intimidating to the attacker. The striker didn't even look up, bro. Literally, the ball came through and he shot. And Williams was turning like a fairy. Bro, that was one moment. The other moment where Mbakazi blasted it into no man's land, he gave him another short pass. You know how many times again he done it in midfield? Lucky our midfielders were quick enough to just play the first time pass back. But I know Hamza was shitting on him quite a bit. Every time he went for that long ball, there was no purpose with it. The long ball is on, fair enough. But show conviction, show purpose, show why you're giving that ball up. Just don't kick it for aimless wise. You know what I'm saying? You need to have something behind it.
Honestly, these light-skinned keepers need to get out of it, man. He was like Robert Sanchez, but without the shot stopping and without basically 99% of the distribution. Yeah, bro, you guys would pass it around, and he would just pump it long. They would go back to, for some reason, he would go back to the keeper, then he'd just pump it long and go out for a goal kick or go out for a throw. And I'm like, bro, you can't do short, you can't do long. Why are you playing? Real talk. You can't save. Why are you there, bro? Why are you there? I felt like the Panthers, bro. I was like, legit, like, why the hell is he playing? He can't do anything right, that guy. Genuinely, get the second team out and just get him to pump it long. That's all he does. No short passes, just pump it long.
Based on that, there was no plan B. Because that normally happens in our game when we get a high press team, and that should have been done against the Mexicans. But lo and behold,
but they weren't even high pressing, really. They were. That's
what I'm saying. That should be done against a high pressing team. The reason why we lost the ball so many times is Czechia didn't press us. They allowed us to have the ball. So when we played long, all they had to do was head it off the striker or the midfielder or the winger. You know what I'm saying? It was easy. We played it into their hands. But then on the other hand, Czechia didn't offer anything anyways. It's like, you know what we are watching? We are watching Bafana Al Sideways today. That's what we are watching.
Genuine. It's just terrible.
But Bafana, he pulled up.
Akona makes a really good point. Williams delays the game way too much. There was one time where he literally held onto the ball for like 10 seconds, didn't know what to do. No one was really pressing him, and he just pumps it along and kicks it out. I'm like, what are you doing? But then again, like I said, expectations in your head. If your expectations are wrong, you're always going to be annoyed. I lined my head. I said, these are two League One teams. What do you think a League One team would do in this situation? They'll just pump along and get it out. Czechia also asked, so you can kind of get away with it. But I think they should have gone for the jugular. I know they kind of did go for the jugular, but it's unfortunate that they didn't win. I think now
too late.
My thing is that I think South Africa are out. I think South Africa are out of the World Cup. A draw is better than a loss, obviously. But this was the game that you had to go for and die for that win. But yeah, man.
I think that draw leaves the door open us for 5%. 5%.
Yeah, I was about to say, give me a percentage chance that you think that South Africa win against South Korea next week?
Okay. Let me go just bowl for the clip, okay? I'm gonna say 45%. Let's go. If we step up our level, I know I'm going with my ifs again, bro. But I'm a fan at the end of the day. In my tactical analysis, I can be ruthless, but now I'm a fan. On the show, I can say, if we stick to our guns, we play to our strengths, bro, we shouldn't be losing. We should be enjoying ourselves. We got nothing to lose. Think about it this way. We got nothing to lose. You're literally going out of the World Cup. So if you win, you're going through. What do you have to lose? Just go for it. Enjoy life. Enjoy football. Enjoy the World Cup. Take that name of South Africa being cuck into a team that can actually play ball. Show the world what you can do and not what we've seen in the past 2 games. So you understand the thinking, the thoughts behind why I say 45% now. I don't think Hamza's amazed.
What I will say is I've seen both teams in their training, right? One team looks like, okay, you know what, they're putting in some hard work and definitely trying to make sure that their bones are loose and they're all that stuff, you know, like flexible, all that, whatever. But South Korea, on the other hand, look like they are flipping training for war. Like, if you've ever seen South Korea's training footage, you'll think this is North Korea. You wouldn't say it's South Korea. So I'm gonna be very interested to see if our football can actually do a lot when that game happens. Because when it comes to like our football, I do think we can definitely. Like, I think we have pace, right, with Oswin and Rene.
Maseko.
I think we have.
Even on
Maseko
I remember before the game, I told you guys, I put it on the chat, watch out for Maseko. And he caused them a lot of problems. It's just
and Madao, bro. I rate Madao so much, bro. And Madao was putting in a shift today. So I think if South Africa can just utilize that, right? Maybe even set some traps, right? Take them left, and then all of a sudden Madao is doing an overlap, and then you switch it quickly to Madao. Like, we can maybe cause issues. But to answer Hamza's question, and this is being very optimistic, right? I'm going to say 20% chance we can do it.
You got to let your
5%,
athleticism. You got to let your athleticism take care of things, because Czechia were terrible. Yeah, I get that. But like, you guys did dominate them physically in that second half, especially the last half an hour. So I think that's your way forward. But Korea, low-key, like, as you said, they're kind of like a pretty physical side themselves. You might not think it, but they actually are. But I think that's your way in, because if you try to beat them on skill, bro, I can see it. Ronald Williams just throws away South Africa's chance of doing anything. You lose 3-1, bro. I can see that. I'm literally envisioning it.
Let me paint the scene for you, okay? Mokoena is suspended for the next match.
Yeah, fuck.
So who?
Is it totally?
So yeah, wait. Listen, don't ruin it for me. Wait.
Sorry.
So Hugo Bruce has to go to his next most experienced guy, which was getting shut on in the first game. So the way to make a comeback will be this final game to take us through to the World Cup. And he's one of those guys who has it in his locker to play those penetrative passes. That's why Bruce plays him and Mokoena. Normally, Bruce plays him and Mokoena being the deeper one. But against Mexico, I don't know why he changed it up. But this guy is one of those guys that plays those progression passes through the lines. So if you play him, I think we need to bring Foster. Everyone is shitting on him. He didn't play this game. If Foster played, I'm telling you, you would have won today. Bro, those are Premier League. I know you're looking at me like, those are Premier League. Some of them are Premier League defenders. He's dealt with them in the past. Play the guy. Rangers can be that guy to come on as an impact sub with Makopa. But flipping Bruce at times. Flipping hell, that bloody old white man, bro. I don't know. I almost threw my AirPods.
For me, Ikram is disappointing me a lot in this World Cup. Like, I wouldn't start him, Loki. I would start next.
And I don't even know where this Ikram Rangers thing came from. The guy hasn't been called for the last 4 camps.
Because they had a decent season this season for Sundowns, that's why.
Yeah, but like, bro, I don't know where this Rangers thing has come. It's all these flip. I know if there's African fans here in the chat, okay? I don't mean it in a bad way or not. Everyone's been calling for Ikram Rangers, but did you see what he did? Okay? You can shit on Foster all you want, but somehow or the other, you still get us a goal. Even though you miss like 20, you still get that 1 goal. So stick to your guns. Don't change it up. It's like Hamza said earlier in the show, play the team that what did he say? Play the team that you're most comfortable or something with. Don't change it up too much. Going into this World Cup, we saw massive changes. if he kept almost the exact same team we've seen through qualifiers, I think we would have been seen a better South Africa and a better version. Don't change it if it's not broken.
But 90 minutes,
broke.
90 minutes, right? It's like we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, 3:00 this morning. Not this morning. Sorry, tomorrow morning. It will be Mexico versus South Korea. Ideally, Mac, would you agree with me by saying South Korea should win that game so that maybe they can rotate against us? A draw would be the worst result.
Ideally. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think South Korea are the favorites. I know Mexico is playing at home, but South Korea on the ball, bro. Like, the way they move it is so slick. That's why I'm worried for us. No, it's like you're watching these short men do their thing, basically. That's wrong to say. Especially do their thing. The way they move it, those fast ball rotations. It's a joy to watch that type of football. But ideally, we would want South Korea to win.
All right. That leaves all of the reviews done. Let's get into these previews real quick. We are already 35 minutes into Switzerland versus Bosnia. But what do you guys make? What do you think the scoreline will end up being when 90 minutes starts?
I think it'll be a draw.
I think Switzerland will nick it.
I also think Switzerland will get the win. So I'm going to say 1-0 Switzerland. All right. Group B is obviously just all it's still all in the balance because all of their first games were draws. So Switzerland, Bosnia, Canada, Qatar.
That could be a good game. Honestly, I think Canada and Qatar are kind of a similar-ish level. And they're both pretty good in their first games at building up until the final third and then in the final third flopping. So it'll be and I think they'll be more expansive. I think that could be a pretty decent game, genuine. I think that could end up maybe a 3-2. I don't know why. I just think that.
I think Canada blows them. 2-0.
Oof. A 2-0 blow. Okay. And let's go. I'm also going to go for Canada to win. But yeah, 2-0 as well. 2-0 as well. I think Qatar. I think Qatar, as much as they won the Asia Cup, Canada just have more quality, in my opinion.
Yeah, but they're so bad. Bro. They're so bad up front against. They're both so bad up front in either of their games. Qatar against Switzerland and Canada against Bosnia. But I think this one will be a back and forth one, and it'll be a game that's highly emotional and played on the pitch in the sense of it's not just going to be a normal 2-0. It's going to be back and forth swings and roundabouts. That's what I'm expecting to happen here.
100%, 100%. The next up is going to be Mexico versus South Korea. There's going to be obviously Estadio Guadalajara, I believe. Yes, it is. And then Mexico, they will be trying to make sure that they get 6 points after beating South Africa in the last round. South Korea trying to get 6 points as well after beating Czechia. So this is a game that can maybe cement first spot. Would you believe?
Yeah, I think. Listen, if anything, South Korea is playing at home, bro. All 3 of their games is in Guadalajara. How is that even possible? Compared to Mexico, bro. If you're Mexico, you want to play in one stadium the whole tournament. But group stage, man, bro. If you're playing all 3 in one stadium, that's a bit suspicious. Not gonna lie. But yeah, ultimately, like you said earlier, we want South Korea to win the game. So we're gonna go South Korea 3-1.
Yep, thumbs up.
I think it'll be 2-2. In that game,
Oof.
I think it'll be. I
think it'll be a good game.
I think it'll be a good game, but I think it'll end in a draw.
I'm hoping that South Korea can get the win as well, so I'm going to say 2-1. 3-2.
Low-key, if that happens, if that happens next week, we have to be up till 3 in the morning just to see if we can go through. So hopefully they remember their country, South Africa. We're watching at this late in the morning, or early in the morning, sorry, I should say. They'll pull something out of the bag for us. So let's hope. Let's hope.
Well, is that going to be on a Saturday again, or do you know that date?
No, it's a Thursday also.
It's Thursday morning at 2:00. Blood, yeah, I have to stay up till
I think I'm going to be sick. I think I'm going to be sick on Friday.
I'm doing it. You can do it, boys. You can do it.
Nah,
you can do it.
Unless you're on eye bags, I just.
Next up, we have an interesting one, right? Because it's going to be USA against Australia. Australia getting to win against Turkey. Can they somehow pull an? What would you consider an upset here? Australia winning, a draw, or USA winning?
Australia winning.
Australia winning. Huh?
Okay.
I doubt.
So what's our score prediction?
Uh, 3-2 to the US men's national team.
3-2. Oh, okay. Closer than I thought.
I'm going 4-1 to USA.
Back-to-back 4-1s. Obviously, USA had a very, very good game in the beginning.
They've been good. So much so they rested Pulisic at halftime. So.
Oof. Yeah, no, that all being said, I'll say 3-1 then. 3-1 to the US men's national team. And then moving on to Saturday's fixtures. We got a lot of games here on Saturday. Starting off with interesting one, Scotland versus Morocco.
Morocco pumps.
Morocco. What?
Morocco.
Are you sick? We Bonnie
Yes.
Scotland. We Bonnie Scotland. I know I'm winning England.
Watching
had that.
both
We Bonnie
performances.
Scotland. John McGunn.
I went
John
Morocco.
McGunn against Bunahi. Oh my god, that's a battle for the ages, mate. That is. Ooh. But I'll let you guys do the
Listen.
prediction now, do one.
So South Africa is gonna get knocked out. I don't really like Morocco too often because they're African rivals, But I'm gonna jump on the chain. I want Morocco to go and win the World Cup. So I'm going
Muslims, bro, innit?
2-0. 100%. And Saibari. I'm taking a liking to this guy, Saibari. Like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, very good Champions League
to that
campaign.
guy.
Also.
What
That's
a
what I got introduced to for PSV. And I do believe Morocco get into this game also as favorites. So Morocco to win this game. Scotland scoring, yes. So let's say 3-1.
Hamza, what did you say?
Sorry, I was reading the comments. I'm gonna go for Scotland versus Morocco. I'll go for a cheeky little 2-1 Scotland. And Scotland.
Did you see how both countries played though?
Yes, I did see that, and I also saw that Scotland won. So one team won, one team drew.
I guess 80.
So
Yeah, but like
a win is a
levels,
win.
bro.
I know.
Okay.
I just want Scotland to do bits, man. It'll be cool if England play Scotland. Okay, fine. If you want a proper prediction, I'll say
In actual fact,
3-2 Morocco.
Scotland.
I shouldn't be
You guys put me
shitting
into
on
that one.
Scotland. I get my badges from them, my coaching license as well. Sorry, Scotland.
Yeah, I did it. And then we got Brazil versus Haiti. I think this is a standard Brazil win, surely. I think Lucas Paqueta didn't even have that bad of a game.
Yeah, he didn't. And Neymar's out again. The no João
Neymar's
Pedro,
thing
so
is-
stupid no-knee Neymar can do cosplay as a Brazilian footballer at the World Cup once again, bro. This live action role play thing by Neymar is absolutely disgusting. He's actually taken the place of João Pedro, who had an unbelievable season in the best league in the world. Igor Thiago stunk up the place, and now you got Neymar, no-knee Neymar doing nothing, bro. That team is literally relying on a guy like Vinicius Jr., who's never done it for the national team. They're relying on him, bro. Versus Haiti, bro. I'm going 1-1 in that game. Haiti will come away with something.
I was thinking the same line. 1-1.
Thanks for not. That was a clip, by the way. That was a clip. I don't hate them that much, but Tawid, post that. 108.
I don't even think Neymar is taking the guy's spot. I think it's Igor Thiago. That guy he does nothing to the team. He's just a blanco there up front. You know those statues? What's that Dre statue or something? You know, with that big nose? No, not that guy, man. You know that I don't know what's it called. But that statue with that big nose, that Dre one.
He did.
Yeah, he did say it
I
once.
know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. The big the New Zealand thing. The one that goes, I want gum in night of
Yeah,
the
see,
museum.
man. That's what Igor Thiago is up front, bro. He doesn't do anything.
But yeah, they didn't show that guy. I was so surprised they didn't show that guy.
I was waiting for him the whole
DR
time.
Congo guy. But maybe he didn't actually make it. To
No, he
the
was
World
there. He was there. There's pictures, but they didn't show it in the match.
Cup. Ah.
All right.
Okay.
So both of you all are back here. Draw. I'm going to say Brazil finally get the win. And then, Brazil to win 3-1.
What a buzzkill.
Wilson Isidore, bro. You forget about Wilson
about it.
Isidore.
It's all about diversity.
Even Balagard in the middle of the park just got relegated.
I think
But
there's no chance
Yeah.
for Brazil to win that game, but if it comes off, bro, top 10 coldest moment.
Next up, Turkey versus Paraguay.
I don't even know how this game's gonna plan it.
Disappointment versus disappointment, bro. I'm gonna go with Turkey.
Facts.
I'll say 3-0 Turkey. But
Yeah, they're not dark
let's see
horses
what-
right now in this fixture, so you can't back them. The minute you say they're dark horses, they don't score a goal.
Yeah, nah, 3-0, bro. 3-0.
I think they'll win 2-0, but I think they need Yildiz back. He's not fit fully at the moment, so once he gets up and running, we'll see a better version of Turkey. At 2-0
I'm going
Turkey.
to say 1-1. I'm going to say 1-1. Cheeky
Paraguay
1-1.
off a shithole, so I don't know where you think a goal.
Almiron,
But
Almiron.
we've seen stranger things this World Cup, so you never know.
Oh, and this game here is a cheeky one. It's prime time viewing as well for us. So I'm definitely watching this game. Netherlands versus Sweden. Isak versus Van Dijk. Attack versus
Wait, we're
defense.
gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show just before this game, so we can preview it then.
Just before it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing it just before it. Yeah,
Early show. That one. Lovely.
yeah,
All of
because
you
obviously we got
watch
Mo. Oh, yeah, actually we got Mo. Who's Mo? You guys are asking. Well, you'll find out who Mo is on Saturday, the 20th of June, which is this Saturday.
Yeah, he'll be actually talking. He'll be giving insight on Egypt's game against who did Egypt was against Belgium.
Belgium. Joël,
They'll probably be. They'll join us obviously in previewing Egypt versus New Zealand. Hopefully, Egypt win.
Egypt will win a game. Can you believe it?
You say that, bro. You say that, but then New Zealand just put in a very good performance against
Yeah,
Iran.
I know that, but I think Salah will get
Elijah
like 2 goals or
Jost.
something in that match.
Hopefully, man.
Right.
Hopefully. I watched a video on Arab countries and how they kind of like their development into the World Cup, whatever. It's actually kind of a special story, mate. How that North African and Arab teams have come into it. I have 8 of them here now. Hope one of them does well, man. Hope one of them does well. Because when you hear the story as to how they got into it, how they were part of Europe, then they were part of Africa, then they were kicked out of Africa, moved to 8. Like all that story, man, is a mad story. If you get time, go find
Send me
out.
the
about-
link. Send me the link. Definitely, it's awesome.
Well, I can just tell you.
Do
But
you know when you
you
look?
guys go find
when
out
you-
yourself.
Do you know when you look at the world map? Okay, they show like Africa and Europe, like between the seas and stuff. But I still
Yeah.
want to know if it's between the seas. How do you go from Portugal to Morocco, and how can you get from Morocco to Spain? If there's literally a gap between it. Because I've literally went from Morocco into Spain on land, but there's no land on the map between the 2 continents.
Was it not just like a tunnel?
No, it's literally a road. You can go
Or like a
from
bridge or
Morocco
something?
to Seville. No, it's just a road, normal road. You just go. You just turn left and you're in Spain. You turn right, you're in Morocco or Portugal, just like a normal road.
Fairs, man.
So you can go from Morocco in Casablanca to Sevilla or something like that. And then you can go from Tangiers to where in Portugal? I'm not sure exactly, but still.
Someone said, bro.
Imagine.
Someone said, now,
It's
bro,
just
you're
a road.
capping. They don't believe you. They don't believe
There's
you.
a ferry. It says.
There's a ferry, but I'm saying there's a road which you can actually go to Sevilla.
Shout out Chased.
Let's find out. Can you go from Spain to Morocco by car on land?
Did you see that guy from where was it? Which country is he from? From Belgium. He drove a
I believe
1983
you, bro.
BMW. Well, a 1983 BMW to the World Cup from Belgium.
Easy.
So he drove to a certain place, hopped onto a ship, went all the way to America, and then he drove like 4,500 kilometers or something to where Belgium was playing.
Madness.
That's mad. That.
Yeah. And then the last World Cup, he did the same thing where he drove all the way to, to Qatar, but he missed all the games for Belgium.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
This
my
time
God.
we made it.
All right. But what are we saying about Netherlands versus Sweden, though?
I want another upset. Sweden to win this 4-1.
Oh my word.
I'll go Netherlands. Netherlands to win by 3-2. Victor Gyökeres and Alexander Isak to get on the score sheet.
Netherlands
Sweden
are
to
my
win.
losses. So
No, I think Netherlands will win, but one of Gyökeres or
come
Isak's
on.
going to score. What do you mean, come on, bro?
Netherlands, I'm
the
gonna say-
Swedish.
Netherlands,
I'm
mate.
gonna back the Dutch. I'm gonna back the Dutch here. The Dutch
Netherlands
doing
attack.
2-1.
What do they have to offer?
Daniel Marlin, mate. And the whatever corpse of
And
Memphis
Memphis-
Depay is running around.
Memphis is still in the
13-14,
favelas.
bro. Memphis the 13
Yeah,
14
true.
old. Let's head over then to our last game that we'll be previewing. This also looks like a tasty.
Nawaz, we're not previewing it. We'll preview it on Saturday. We're doing a preview before these games happen anyway.
Oh shit! I thought you said until Saturday's games. This is the last one.
Nah, because it's confusing. But like, we're doing a show before the Netherlands-Sweden game.
Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So
Okay, I
we'll
can do that.
preview Germany. Germany Ivory Coast. Whoa, that's a big game. Come to that preview. That's going to be a big preview on
It's a big
Saturday.
I'm gonna miss it.
On our show with Mo,
Oh.
Pav, Nawaz, and Prem de la Creme.
It's actually going to be our most diverse panel because I'm obviously representing
Honestly.
South Africa, and then Pav is going to be representing both Bosnia and Croatia, and yeah,
And Canada.
and then
And Canada.
and Ukraine couldn't qualify. But we got Hamza also will be representing England, and then Mo is going to be representing Egypt. Yeah, good show that. So make sure everybody got their notifications on, their post notice. Make sure you follow us on all socials, Prem de la Creme, on TikTok, Prem de la Creme, on YouTube, and Prem de la Creme on Instagram, just to stay updated. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Saturday. It looks like it's going to be about a 6 p.m. cat, 5 p.m.
Yep.
UK.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Good one, lads.
Make sure you
Very
follow
good.
everybody. And the big point is South Africa, stay alive in the World Cup. Come on, Bafana.